Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart and welcome back to the last of the Dragon Ball Z Abridged videos. At least until December. Over the last few months, we've taken a look at Goku, Piccolo Jr., and Vegeta throughout these alignment videos. This time, however, we're going to be looking at the last of the Dragon Ball Z powerhouses, at least in the seasons 1, 2, and 3, and that is of course the son of Goku, Son Gohan. Gohan is one of the few characters in Dragon Ball Z that we get to see almost their entire life play out. We are introduced to him within the first episode of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z Abridged, consequently, and during this time he is only 5 years old, which means this is an incredibly short intro. He's 5, he's true neutral. Yeah, although I suppose there is more to talk about. As the child of Goku and his wife Chi-Chi, Gohan is a half-Saiyan, half-human hybrid capable of tremendous power. In the non-canon Dead Zone movie, an enraged Gohan managed to defeat a full-powered Garlic Jr. and knock him into the Dead Zone with a single key shout, defeating an enemy that not even the two strongest people in the world could conquer at the time. Gohan's emotion and rage are a big part of his character development, and it affects immensely how he will progress both as a character and on the alignment chart. Like the other videos, we will only be looking at seasons 1 and 2 right now, and I know a lot of people love Gohan season 3, and I do too, but personally I think we get the biggest and best Gohan moment in season 2. We'll talk about that in a bit. First, however, I'm going to ask you guys if you could do me a quick favor. Now, this is the last video before my December marathon, and I am actually recording this now in early October, and I know it's a little wonky, and you might see me make a few mistakes here and there because I'm still getting used to being on camera, but I've got a big favor to ask. I want to hit 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It's been my dream as a YouTuber to hit that number, and I've got to be honest, there's a few other goals that I want to hit this year too, but that's the big one. And if you do, I've been doing this special little thing on my Twitter every Friday, where each week I count out how many subscribers I gain, and then I do one push-up for every subscriber. It's been going over pretty well, and people are pretty excited to see me suffer. If you want to help me suffer/gain, subscribe. That's all you gotta do. I will talk about my other goal later in this video. So far, I haven't been bested in my challenge, but who knows, this Son Gohan video might be the one to do it. But thank you for subscribing, thank you for allowing me to shill, and with that out of the way, let's go.
So I thought fast and I used the solar flare on him!
You know what? I'm sick of this. If I'm gonna die, then I'm gonna go out the same way Piccolo would.
Oh no! God damn it!
Oh man, this training with Mr. Piccolo is really difficult. But I think I'm finally getting the hang of it.
Dodge!
At the beginning of the series, Gohan is just a wee little lad who can't do very much except get kidnapped by Uncle Raditz. Yes, he does break out of a space pod and attack Uncle Raditz at the defense of his dad, but what do you want me to do here? He gets mad and attacks his uncle for defending his dad. Then we skip time and get kidnapped by Piccolo, who then does all of his training. These are 3 true neutral dings, which don't change his already true neutral alignment.
Hi. So, you guys are the Saiyans?
The Z Fighters gather to prepare and face off against Vegeta and Nappa. Gohan tries to help, but between being, 5 and Pavlovian conditioning, he ends up freezing and needing to be saved a lot. We're gonna be giving him a neutral good for trying and even managing to do a few small things here and there. But, he just buys enough time for Goku, who then tells him to leave. Reasonably neutral good.
Krillin, are you sure my dad's gonna be okay all on his own?
Oh, come on, Gohan! You saw how much stronger your dad's become! I'm sure he can take care of...
Sensing Vegeta's sudden power boost from the Great Ape transformation, Gohan pressures Krillin to return. Distracting Vegeta, Krillin and Yajirobe manage to cut off his tail, reverting its transformation and evening the playing field. Through teamwork, the remaining Z-Fighters manage to hit Vegeta with a Spirit Bomb. That's gonna get a lawful good. And also, despite the fact that Gohan is still neutral, Goku said that you only need to have no evil in your heart to bounce the ball back, which he does, because Gohan has done no evil acts so far.
It seems the Spirit Bomb's done the trick! And with that, we can all go home and live in peace and...
What's going on, guys? We
won, right?
Unfortunately, it's not enough as Vegeta lands back on Earth and continues to fight against everyone. Unfortunately for him, he forgot that he left his moon ball in the air, which activates Gohan's Great Ape transformation. Gohan normally would just rampage, but is then driven by the desire to avenge Icarus since Goku convinced him that Vegeta killed his pet dragon. And even though he technically can't control his actions in Great Ape form, and this is more of a subconscious decision, we're still gonna give him chaotic good anyway for avenging him, both for comedy's sake and for dubious canon's sake.
Well, all I know is that my little boy isn't going anywhere.
Actually, Mom, I'm going to Namek.
As I said.
At the beginning of Season 2, Gohan decides that he wants to go to Namek with Krillin and Bulma so that they can use the Namekian Dragon Balls to revive everyone that Nappa has killed. Oh, and Chaozu. I'm actually going to give him a lawful good, even despite this little outburst right here.
Shut your fucking face!
You know, shouting at his legitimately concerned mother. Sometimes you just gotta put your foot down.
Krillin, they have the Dragon Balls.
Yes, Gohan! I noticed.
Did you feel their power levels? They were as strong as Vegeta.
Yes, Gohan! I noticed!
Arriving at Namek, Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma find that Frieza and his army are already on the planet and in possession of a few Dragon Balls. Gohan saves a Namekian child named Dende, which, while heroic, does blow their cover. Also, I'll talk about this more in the post-analysis, but I actually think that this scene is where Gohan actually becomes the best his character really can be and really shows him off well. I know, like, this is a really weird thing to talk about, and I'm kind of blowing it over in the Ding Ding session, but this is actually a better scene than people really think. I'm actually going to give this a Nat 20 scene, and we'll talk about this later. It's actually quite good. Chaotic good for blowing their cover to save a kid.
That's Vegeta. I know. If I just hide here and lower my power level, he shouldn't find me.
Okay, what the hell is going on? I know I just sensed something down there.
Our heroes then begin collecting the Dragon Balls to revive everybody. Unbeknownst to both these characters, some time passes and Gohan finds a Dragon Ball that Vegeta hid. Vegeta does find him and interrogates him at one point after finding it, but Gohan plays dumb and pretends to just be wandering around, not thwarting Vegeta's plans. He then gets rewarded by a kick to the stomach. I'm gonna go with lawful good for this, for keeping Vegeta from finding the Dragon Ball and preventing him from getting his wish.
Mr. Guru, sir? My friend Krillin told me that you could help us by touching me.
Do I look Catholic to you?
Sir, I think he means he wants you to release his hidden potential.
Yeah, that.
Fine.
After returning to Krillin, they decide to visit Super Kami Guru's house so that the old man can touch him and pull things out of him that he didn't know he had. He's an adult, so it's okay. After the power-up, Vegeta informs him of how meaningless their whole thing actually was. Fortunately, and really, really unfortunately, a group of flamboyant power levels start approaching the planet, so Krillin and Gohan team up with Vegeta to try to stop them. They worry about who gets to keep the Dragon Balls later. Gohan and Krillin don't trust Vegeta, but in this case, the devil that you know is better than the one that you don't, so we're actually going to give this a lawful good.
Because the name's Riku, and it rhymes with doom, and you're gonna be hurting.
Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta fight the Ginyu Force. They get utterly trounced, but thankfully, Goku arrives just in time to mop the floor with the Ginyu Force. Gohan gets 2 lawful goods during this fight, one for Goldo and one for helping with Raccoon. Alright, listen, I've been shilling my complete waifu handbook and my old Dragon Ball Pathfinder books for the past few months. My main goal this year is to sell 1,000 more books, and we're making pretty good strides in doing that. And I really appreciate people who bought the books in the past, who supported the Kickstarter, and who's been supporting us in the last few weeks. It means the world to me that you guys are still watching me and engaging with the videos. Outside from bringing attention to the books, it means a lot that you guys are still supporting the channel, and I really, really appreciate you. So outside of that quick little book shout out, thank you guys again. Look forward to D in December. I got some good videos coming up. I can't wait to get to them.
So, what's the plan, kitten?
Well, first off, we have to touch on Frieza's balls.
After Goku arrives, he easily dispatches Riku and Birder, and just keeps punching Jace repeatedly in the face for a Nat 20 gag. I know I brought that up in his video, and it's not really Gohan's video, but I don't care, that shit's still funny. With the captain arriving, Krillin and Gohan run off to find the Dragon Balls, which they do. Unfortunately, Goku fails to defeat Ginyu and gets his body stolen. The evil duo arrive at Frieza's ship, and once they realize that Goku has been taken over, Gohan begins to fight his father, working through some trauma.
Send me off into space, and the next time I get to see you, you lost your damn body? You're not even you anymore!
I don't know where he gets that from.
Through teamwork and the power of comedic timing, Goku gets his proper body back and the Ginyu Force is defeated. Unfortunately, Goku is severely injured and they can't activate the Dragon Balls since they don't speak German. Vegeta falls asleep, Dende arrives, and the three of them sneak off to make some wishes. They manage to wish back Piccolo and Kami, but for some weird reason that even Piccolo doesn't understand, they wish Piccolo to Namek. Vegeta finds out what they're doing and they try to get their last wish and the dragon dies. Then Frieza shows up. Gohan is honestly just trying to be a team player the whole time, but keeps getting pulled in other directions. Mostly by Krillin, so we're gonna give him like 2 lawful goods for all this.
You know what? I'm sick of this. If I'm gonna die, then I'm gonna go out the same way Piccolo would.
Oh, no! God damn it!
The 3 fighters and Dende do their best to try to take on Frieza, but are hopelessly and hilariously outmatched. After a transformation or 2, Gohan has had enough, but fortunately Piccolo shows up and officially takes a huge dump on the concept of power levels. But with the additional fighter and 2 more transformations, they really stand no chance against the Galactic Tyrant as he sadistically tortures them one at a time. Gohan at this point has resigned himself to death and is just kinda reacting to situations as they come. Even during the Berserker moment here against Frieza in his 3rd form, we're gonna go with true neutral.
He's using the Spirit Bomb!
The Spirit what's it now?
Oh no.
Would you stop screaming? The Spirit Bomb is the only thing that can kill Frieza! Shut up! Too scared! Damn it!
What is that fool yammering on about?
He's talking about ghosts.
Ghosts.
Yeah, you know, spirits.
Once Goku finishes recovering, however, Frieza kills Vegeta, and after a Spirit Bomb attempt, Krillin. This triggers Goku's Super Saiyan transformation, completely changing anime forever, even in the Abridged series. This is still a Nat 20 scene. At Goku's orders, Gohan picks up an injured Piccolo and takes him to the ship. Also, he remembers to pick up Bulma after being 300% done with her bullshit. Despite the sass, he does get a neutral good for doing all this. Actually, we're gonna give him a second one for Bulma, because why not?
Who wants a big old sleepover?
You think you can accommodate the entirety of my people?
My dad's a billionaire genius playboy philanthropist.
On Earth, Popo has the dragon resurrect all the people that Frieza and his men killed. Independently, Dende uses the Namekian Wish Dragon to teleport everyone on Namek, barring Frieza and Goku, to Earth.
He said your father wishes not to return.
I heard what he said. I want an explanation.
Well, I'm sorry.
Gohan hangs out with the Namekians for a while, does his homework, and is overall just a normal kid for the next few months. He then requests that they bring back Goku, who refuses, and Gohan does not take it well. And unfortunately,
Gohan, I know it must be hard, but maybe your dad is off somewhere else, doing something really important. I just want you to know that I'm here for you and that I love you.
What?
What did I say it too soon? Oh god, I said it too soon! Oh god, I f***ed it up! Dragon! Take everyone from old Namek and put them on new Namek!
honestly doesn't do much else after that. He's even stunned into silence here, and honestly, I don't blame him. True neutral for this poor kid. There's been lots of video essays on Gohan's character at this point. Personally, I think the best one is from Plague of Gripes, who mentions that Gohan is unfortunately a character who is trapped behind the marketing and whims of others. It's a very good character essay. Please go ahead and check it out after this. In Dragon Ball Z, he never really becomes an active character, especially in the early parts of the series outside of a couple interactions here and there. I think his biggest and most active character flag, and I mentioned this in the Ding Dings, was when he jumped out to help Dende as he was being attacked by Frieza. And honestly, it's one of the best moments in the series. And I personally think this is the part, oh god, is this the part where Gohan actually peaks? Because really, it's one of the, it's just his best. I'm just geeking out. I'm so sorry. I'm going off script. It's so good because Gohan, completely independent of what Krillin wants, the sensibility of the moment, and everything else that's happening, Gohan jumps in, gets in over his head, beats up a character hundreds of times stronger than him, if not thousands. He then picks up Dende and then flies away. In one of the most daring acts of the entire series, he snatches a perfectly innocent kid out from under the nose of a person who's actively trying to kill him, and then like 4 or 5 more people who are much stronger that also want this character dead. It is ballsy and is easily one of Gohan's best moments. And not only on top of that, not only does it show how good of a character Gohan is, this is a moment that also displays how powerful Frieza is and his relationship with the rest of his crew, and it also gives Krillin another character moment as well. This scene serves every single character in that scene brilliantly, and it never gets talked about. Gohan's like character arc has always been summarized because of like Cell, and honestly, I think it's not good. I'll talk about it more when we get to season 3. Cell and Gohan's relationship is some of the most wasted potential in the series, and I personally think this interaction right here with Frieza's men is infinitely better. But we'll talk about season 3 Gohan when you come back in a few weeks in December, as we took a look at season 3 of all the other characters, along with a whole bunch of other characters that I've been wanting to look at for a while. But thank you to the patrons, and I'll see you all next time.